Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children, because he was a son of his old age, and he made him a coat of many colors. Genesis 37:3. Joseph was a son of Jacob, also called Israel, a man chosen and blessed by God, the grandson of Abraham and the son of Isaac. Jacob was the father of 12 sons who would later become 12 tribes of Israel. Jacob had 4 women in his household. Leah was the first wife, Rachel his beloved wife, Bilhah Rachel's servant, and Zilpah Leah's servant. From these wives came 12 children.
By Leah, Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun. By Rachel, Joseph and Benjamin. By Bilhah, Dan and Naphtali. By Zilpah, Gad and Asher. Joseph was the 11th son, but he held a unique place in his father's heart. He was the firstborn son of Rachel, the woman Jacob loved deeply. For many years, Rachel had no children, and when Joseph was finally born, he was seen as a special gift. Benjamin, Joseph's younger brother, would come later, but at this time in the story, Joseph stood as Rachel's first son, the child of long and deep affection. This family was not peaceful. It was a household filled with rivalry, tension, and silent competition. The brothers did not all share the same mother, and this created divisions. Favoritism already existed among the wives, and it slowly passed down to the children. And at the center of it all, was Joseph, Genesis 37:2. Joseph was 17 years old when this part of his story begins. He was not a child, but not yet a man. He worked with his brothers in the fields, tending sheep, moving from place to place as the seasons required. Life was not easy, it demanded strength, endurance, and obedience. Yet Joseph was different. He did not fully blend in with his brothers. He observed more. He listened more. And when he saw wrongdoing, he reported it to his father. This single habit created a deep crack between him and his brothers. To them, Joseph was not just a younger brother. While the other sons labored equally, Joseph received attention that set him apart. Conversations, trust, and closeness with their father seemed to flow toward him in a way the others did not experience. Then came the act that changed everything. Jacob made Joseph a garment. Not an ordinary piece of clothing, but a coat of many colors, rich, distinct, and unmistakable. This coat represented more than beauty. It was a symbol of favor, authority, and distinction. In a household of many sons, it suggested that Joseph was set apart, perhaps even chosen for leadership. Hatred is not born in a moment. It grows quietly. A look here. A memory there. A repeated feeling of being overlooked. Until one day, it becomes something that cannot be hidden. The relationship was broken. Words of kindness disappeared. Silence, and coldness, took their place. Then came the dreams. Dreams that would ignite everything that had been building beneath the surface. Joseph did not keep his dreams to himself. He spoke them. Clearly. Boldly. Without fear of how they would be received. Each brother had gathered grain, binding it into bundles. And, lo, my sheaf arose, and also stood upright. His sheaf did not lie down like the others. It rose. It stood. Strong, and upright. And, behold, your sheaves stood round about, and made obeisance to my sheaf. The meaning was unmistakable. His brothers, bowing to him. There was no confusion. No mystery. Only a direct implication. The question was not innocent. It was filled with anger. Or shalt thou indeed have dominion over us? To them, Joseph had crossed a line. He was no longer just favored. Now he spoke as if he would rule. And they hated him yet the more for his dreams, and for his words. Hatred deepened. It took root more firmly. The dreams did not stop. This time, the vision expanded beyond his brothers. Behold, I have dreamed a dream more, and, behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made obeisance to me. The imagery was larger. The sun, representing his father. The moon, his mother. The 11 stars, his brothers. All bowing. Joseph told this dream not only to his brothers, but also to his father. Jacob responded, not with approval, but with concern. "What is this dream that thou hast dreamed?" There was weight in his voice. "Shall I and thy mother and thy brethren indeed come to bow down ourselves to thee to the earth?" It sounded impossible. Unthinkable. Yet something about it remained. Envy is deeper than hatred. Hatred pushes away. Envy watches, compares, and burns quietly within, but his father observed the same. Jacob did not forget. He kept the matter in his mind. Time passed. The tension remained. One day, Joseph's brothers had gone far from home to graze their father's flocks near Shechem. Jacob called Joseph. Joseph answered simply, "Here am I." There was no hesitation. No resistance. Jacob gave him a task. "Go, I pray thee, see whether it be well with thy brethren, and well with the flocks, and bring me word again." Joseph obeyed. He left the safety of his father's presence, and began his journey. The distance was long. The land was wide and unfamiliar. At one point, he wandered in the field, searching, until a man found him and directed him toward Dothan, where his brothers had moved. Joseph continued. Step by step. Unaware of what awaited him. Before Joseph even reached them, his brothers recognized him. The coat. The walk. The figure in the distance. They knew it was him. And before he came near unto them, they conspired against him to slay him. The decision was made, before any words were spoken. They did not call him brother. They called him, dreamer. Their plan was clear. Violent. Final. And we will say, some evil beast hath devoured him. They would cover it with a lie. And we shall see what will become of his dreams. This was not just about Joseph. It was about destroying what he represented. Reuben, the firstborn, heard their plan. He intervened. Let us not kill him. Instead, he proposed another idea. Cast him into this pit that is in the wilderness, and lay no hand upon him. Reuben had a hidden intention. That he might rid him out of their hands, to deliver him to his father again. He planned to return later, and rescue Joseph. Joseph finally reached them. No greeting. No conversation. No warning. They acted immediately. That they stripped Joseph out of his coat. The coat. The symbol of favor. The source of their anger. His coat of many colors that was on him. They removed it. And with it, everything it represented. A deep, empty cistern. No water. No escape. And the pit was empty, there was no water in it. Joseph was alone. Trapped. And above him, the brothers he trusted, stood looking down. Joseph's dreams had spoken of rising. But now he had fallen. From favor, to rejection. From love, to hatred. From safety, to isolation. Yet this was not the end. It was only the beginning. The dreamer was in the pit. But the dream was still alive. To be continued in Part 2, Betrayed and Sold.